Fear has shaped human decisions for thousands of years, yet Jesus spoke words that confront fear at its very core. What if the greatest danger in life is not persecution, loss, or rejection, but a quiet compromise of the heart? What if courage before God matters more than comfort before people? Jesus was surrounded by a growing crowd when he delivered the words recorded in Luke chapter 12. Thousands were pressing around him, eager to hear, to see, to judge. In that moment, instead of appealing to the crowd's approval, Jesus turned first to his disciples and issued a warning that still speaks with unsettling clarity today. He said to beware of the yeast of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy. Yeast works silently, spreading unseen through the dough, and hypocrisy does the same within the human heart. It begins small, often unnoticed, but over time it shapes every action, every word, every motive. Jesus made it clear that nothing hidden will remain concealed forever. What is whispered in private will one day be heard in the open. This was not said to threaten, but to awaken. A life divided between public faith and private compromise cannot stand forever. Truth has a way of surfacing, and before God, appearances mean nothing. The warning is simple and piercing. Live honestly before him, not performatively before people. Then Jesus addressed fear directly. He told his followers not to be afraid of those who can kill the body, but cannot do anything more. These words may sound harsh at first, but they are meant to reorient perspective. Human power is limited. Human threats are temporary. The only one worthy of ultimate reverence is God, who holds authority beyond this life. This is not a call to terror, but to clarity. When we understand who truly holds our future, lesser fears lose their grip. Yet Jesus did not stop there. Knowing how easily fear can distort faith, he offered deep reassurance. He reminded them that God sees even the smallest details of creation. Sparrows, creatures of little value in the marketplace, are not forgotten by God. If God is mindful of sparrows, how much more attentive is he to human lives? Jesus said that even the hairs on our heads are numbered. This is not poetic exaggeration meant to impress. It is a declaration of intimate care. God's knowledge of us is not distant or abstract. It is personal, detailed, and constant. From that foundation of care, Jesus moved into a bold encouragement. He said that whoever acknowledges him before others will be acknowledged before the angels of God. This statement carries both promise and weight. Faith is not meant to remain hidden in the heart alone. It is meant to be confessed, lived, and embodied in the world. To acknowledge Jesus is not merely to speak his name, but to align one's life with his truth, even when it is costly. At the same time, Jesus warned that whoever disowns him before others will be disowned before the angels of God. These words have troubled many readers over the centuries, but they are not meant to condemn those who stumble in moments of weakness. They are meant to confront deliberate rejection, a conscious choice to deny him in order to preserve comfort, status, or safety. Jesus was calling his followers to examine where their ultimate loyalty lies. Then comes one of the most nuanced statements in this passage. Jesus spoke of forgiveness, saying that anyone who speaks a word against the Son of Man will be forgiven, but anyone who blasphemes against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven. This has sparked much debate, but at its heart, the message is about resistance to truth. The Holy Spirit is the one who convicts, guides, and reveals God's work. To harden oneself completely against that voice is to reject the very means by which forgiveness is received. Immediately after this warning, Jesus offered comfort again. He told his disciples not to worry when they are brought before synagogues, rulers, and authorities. They are not to be anxious about how to defend themselves or what to say. The Holy Spirit will teach them what to say at that time. This promise shifts the burden from human preparation to divine presence. Courage does not come from rehearsed arguments alone, but from trust that God will be with his people in moments of testing. Taken together, these warnings and encouragements form a powerful message. Jesus is not calling for reckless bravery or loud religiosity. He is calling for faithful integrity, a life that is consistent in private and public. A heart that fears God more than it fears human opinion. A voice that acknowledges Christ not out of obligation, but out of trust in God's care. In the modern world, fear often takes quieter forms. Fear of being judged, fear of losing social standing, fear of being labeled, misunderstood, or excluded. These fears rarely involve physical danger, yet they still shape decisions. Many people soften their convictions, remain silent about their faith, or compartmentalize belief to avoid discomfort. Jesus' words challenge this pattern gently but firmly. To confess Christ today may not mean standing before hostile courts, but it does mean choosing truth over convenience. It means aligning daily decisions with his teachings, even when that alignment is unpopular. It means resisting hypocrisy by allowing faith to shape not just words, but actions, habits, and priorities. At the same time, Jesus' message is deeply reassuring. God's care is not withdrawn when we struggle. Fear does not disqualify us from his love. The invitation is not to perfection, but to trust. Trust that God sees, trust that he values, trust that he will provide words, strength, and wisdom when needed. This passage in Luke invites reflection on where fear still holds power. Is it fear of people, fear of loss, fear of standing out? And alongside that question comes a promise. You are not alone. You are known. You are valued. You are supported by the Spirit of God, who speaks through you when your own words feel insufficient. Warnings and encouragements are woven together because faith grows best in that tension. Warning without encouragement leads to despair. Encouragement without warning leads to complacency. Jesus offers both, guiding his followers toward a faith that is honest, courageous, and rooted in God's unwavering care. As you reflect on these words, consider how they speak into your own life. Where might hypocrisy be quietly taking root? Where might fear be limiting your witness? And where can you lean more fully into the promise that God knows you, values you, and walks with you? Thank you for watching this video. If this message encouraged you, please like the video, follow the Holy Path Insights channel, and share this with others who may need it. Be sure to watch the full video on this topic to explore these teachings of Jesus more deeply. Your support helps this channel continue sharing